September 2023. That's the last time I posted a video on this channel. Holy shit, it's been a while, but I am in fact alive as you can see, and I will be posting videos here consistently once again. A lot of you are probably wondering where the hell I've been, so I thought that before I jump back into informative content, I'd just give you a quick rundown on what's been going on for the past year and a half. I didn't quit, I didn't have a spiritual awakening and give up lifting to go on an ayahuasca journey in the Amazon, but three main things did happen. The first is short form content, as many of you here already know, either because you ended up subscribing to my YouTube Shorts channel, or you started off on the Shorts channel and eventually found this channel after. But yeah, I never actually left YouTube. I've been posting as frequently as ever, but it's all been short form videos. Basically, when YouTube Shorts started getting more popular a few years back, I decided to toss up a few videos because why not? I had zero expectations, but long story short, it really took off. After just a few weeks, the videos were getting millions of views, subscribers were going up like crazy, and we were reaching a way bigger audience than ever before. Not to mention that I also discovered I just really enjoyed doing that style of content. The reaction videos, some comedy stuff, it was actually a lot of fun, and since I'd been doing long form videos for like 10 years at that point, it was also just a nice change of pace to do something different. I kept posting here along the way, but over time, the long form videos just became less frequent and the short form videos became more frequent until before I knew it, I was exclusively doing that format. And it's actually really hard to do both long form and short form at a very high level of quality, and it just seemed like I had to capitalize on the short form videos while that window was open. And then of course, time goes by way faster than you realize. I kept intending to start posting here again, but 1 month turns into 6 months, 6 months turns into a year, and before you know it, it's been over a year and a half since you've posted. But I always felt that this channel was the main platform, you guys were the main audience, and it just feels like this is the right time to put the focus back on longer, more in-depth videos. And I also have better systems in place now in terms of editors and people helping behind the scenes to where I'm pretty sure I can do both types of content moving forward. And the plan right now is to post everything on this channel moving forward. The second major thing that happened, and this didn't actually affect my work, but it's just something I'll share anyway, which is that I finally got surgery to fix a long-standing injury that I've had for well over 10 years, and that significantly affected my training. If you're a longtime subscriber, then you might remember me talking about this quite a few years back. It was a condition called snapping tricep syndrome, which basically prevented me from doing any type of compound pressing and really hindered my triceps training as well. Essentially, it's where a portion of the medial head of the triceps, along with the ulnar nerve, it snaps back and forth over the elbow joint whenever you flex or extend. Insanely annoying. A bunch of you guys have actually reached out to me over the years mentioning that you're dealing with the same thing, and I'd wanted to get it fixed for a very long time, but it's a pretty rare injury that most surgeons are not well versed in, and had a really difficult time finding the right person. There wasn't a single surgeon in Canada who was familiar with it. Doing it in the States would have been crazy expensive, so I just kept pushing it off for years, but eventually I decided that I just had to get it done and get my training back on track once and for all. I was able to work around it over the years using different fly variations, modified triceps work, and avoiding overhead presses, but I just got tired of not being able to train at my full capacity. So I looked all over the place and eventually found a surgeon in London, flew out and got the left elbow fixed in late 2022, and 4 months later I got the right elbow fixed as well. The recovery is pretty slow. It probably took about 8 months to reach nearly full recovery on each elbow. And I say nearly full recovery because I don't think it'll ever be 100%. There's still a little bit of tightness there, a bit of numbness around the wound area, but I can pretty much train at full capacity at this point. Chest presses and shoulder presses are no issue. The only movement I'm still a bit cautious with are overhead triceps extensions. There's still a bit of pain with that, but not a big deal. It's not like overhead extensions are some kind of make or break exercise anyway. But as a result of getting that surgery, it really reignited my passion for lifting again. And so for the past couple of years, I've definitely been more dialed in than I have been probably since my late teens and early 20s, when bodybuilding was basically my all-consuming obsession. Definitely not as full on as I was back then, but I have been taking it more seriously. I ran a couple of bulks, gained a few quality pounds of lean mass, nothing crazy, maybe like 3 pounds give or take, and I am sitting at a lower body fat now as well. This isn't the most muscle I've ever carried in my life, but if we're talking about the overall balance between size and leanness, and just general health and fitness, I'd say I'm pretty happy with where I'm currently sitting, and at 39 years old as well. I could arguably say I'm in the best shape of my life, but I guess that's sort of up to interpretation. No, I didn't hop on TRT. In fact, there's actually almost no difference in your ability to gain muscle and stay lean into your late 30s. That's really just a myth, which is something I'll cover in a future video. But yeah, training's going good, and I'm 100% happy that I went ahead with that surgery. There's nothing more maddening than just wanting to do a heavy-ass chest press or shoulder press, but not being able to because your elbows are popping on every rep. And then the last reason why I took time away from the channel was business related. Along with putting the main focus on short form content, we also spent the last year creating our new TrainWise app behind the scenes, which was a massive project, the biggest project I've ever worked on, tons of planning and testing and tweaking, and that took up a huge amount of time as well. TrainWise basically condenses all of my knowledge and experience into one place and lays it out as a complete step-by-step system. There's 5 hours of exclusive educational content covering everything training, nutrition, and supplementation related, along with fully structured training plans as well. There are 5 different splits included, which are regularly updated every 10 weeks with new variations. There's exercise tutorials, customized nutrition targets, recipes, progress tracking tools, community support, basically everything you need in one place. And I don't want to turn this into a sales pitch, but I am really proud of what we created. And if you do want to check it out, you can get started with 7 days free over at trainwiseapp.com. So yeah, that's pretty much the story, but like I said, we're officially back in business and I'm really excited to start posting here again. I appreciate everyone who stayed subscribed and stayed engaged and kept reaching out even while I wasn't posting here, so thanks for sticking around. The first informative video is dropping in the next week or so. I do post on Instagram as well if you want to get more daily tips and behind the scenes stuff in my stories. And if there are any specific videos you want to see or topics you want me to cover, you can drop them in the comments below. Thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.